Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Ellswick, and today I'm going to be helping you understand all about reflection. So, in the past, we've been working on a different vocabulary word, which was refraction. Reflection is a little bit different. Some of you in your flip grids yesterday was telling me that the light was reflecting to create a rainbow and the light wasn't bouncing, the light was bending. So you need to make sure you've got a good understanding of reflection versus refraction. So as you start this slideshow today, I want you to think about, can you answer these questions? So if somebody was to ask you, what does reflection mean? Could you explain it? And what happens when light strikes a very smooth and shiny surface? And what's going to happen to light when it strikes something that's bumpy? Just things to think about. I have a video for you to play and review about light. It's one of my favorites. I just love cartoons. And this is your article today, and then you will be answering your questions using Google Classroom. Please make sure when you answer your questions that if you need to change the font size or the font itself, make sure that it's small enough to fit on the line, but also easy to read. So as you're trying to think about how is light reflected, I want you to think about what happens when you look in a mirror. What do you see? Of course, we know you see your reflection, but why does this happen? So earlier we learned that light waves travel in straight lines, and we've also learned that they bounce off an object when they strike it. When light waves strike an object with a smooth and shiny surface, the light waves bounce directly back to your eyes at an equal angle. This is what causes you to see your reflection. This can also happen on a smooth, shiny surface, such as in a pond or a lake. To think about what reflect means, it's easy. Reflect means to bounce off of a surface. But if the surface is not smooth and shiny, then you're not going to get the bounce that you were expecting. When a light wave hits an object with a bumpy surface, they bounce back in many different directions. The light waves bounce back at various angles. This is causing you to see that your object and not your reflection. Such as in the assignment yesterday, it talked about light waves hitting an apple and bouncing off of the apple. It's causing us to see the object, but not our reflection. So when light waves hit a smooth surface, they bounce off and get reflected. And know that the angle it comes in is the angle that it goes out. I have this game for you to try. You have to click on the picture to get a link to the game. And you have to change the mirror angles to see which way they reflect light. Practice to see if you can get the mirrors at the right angles. So you'll just scroll down here. For me, I had to allow the flash player. And it just says, see if you can illuminate the tent at the top of the screen. So in this, I'm going to go ahead and change my zoom and hit agree here. Let's see if I can move this over just a little bit. Okay, I like that better. So anyway, right here you can see, you can click through here and you need to illuminate the tent at the top of the screen. So you would drag mirrors in and place them down. And when you do that, you can see that the beam reflected in the opposite direction, and it tells you just to try again. So I can change the direction of my mirror, and this time I'm going to put my mirror here, and now I can see that the angle is the opposite direction. So you have to work on figuring out which block would work well, and each time you do that, it's going to tell you to try again. That's one of my favorites. And then this is your questions to answer. Like I mentioned earlier, you're going to Google Classroom. I do have the words type here. To show you where to type, please erase those words, type here. When you are typing, that is just a little guide for you. Thanks, guys, and good luck.